Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday, which does mean there's probably going to be a big dump download of distractions coming through tonight. So I'll probably be posting in my post section over the weekend, as I always do. So if you go to maighstirtarot under any video or click on the pink circle, it'll take you to the main page and you can find the post sections from there. But this is something that really caught my attention, and it's over on the Facebook page. Now, I did create under maighstirtarot a closed group Facebook page. So yes, it is a genuine one, and need to get permission to enter it, etc. Only if you feel comfortable doing so. I'm just going to put it out there as well. If you've only had a Facebook account for 2 weeks and you're a member of 2,367 different groups, you will not be allowed entry. So I do go over there daily, sometimes twice a day, just to check requests for entry and for to release anything that might be considered by the algorithms as being spam. It is at the moment a relatively safe-ish space, but it still is under the auspices of Facebook, which is Meta. So only go there if you're comfortable. Susan Lynn does have a group on her page that is free, that is similar, where you can go and have chats with people. So check out Susan Lynn, Susan Lynn. If you just Google it, you'll find her website. It's on her website, not on her YouTube channel page. But it's pretty much just a safe space for you guys to go in and meet up with each other and share information with each other, etc. I don't really get on there except for to just verify people joining and the spam. But when something is meant to pop into my attention, it does. Now, one of you had posted something in regards to an FBI probe about an advance warning that came through in regards to 9/11, the World Trade Center attack, via a Israeli messaging service called Odigo Inc. Now, this is an article back from September in 2001. So it was pretty much straight after. It was September the 28th, 2001, and I found it on Computer World. So if you put up FBI investigation, WTC 2001, and what else did I put in? Odigo, O-D-I-G-O, you'll find the articles. So this particular article was Odigo is working with the FBI to identify the sender of a message to 2 recipients in the company's international sales office. So it was received by Odigo, and it was one of those messaging services where you signed up and you just got messages. And I'm Googling, but I can't find where that investigation went. I have found an archive in the FBI, the Internet Archive, for the FBI. It's in the government archives from, again, 2001, 13th of September 2001 it's dated. And I'll just read it out because there are bits that are redacted out. It says, redacted, Odigo provides an instant messaging service. The service is provided free of charge and approximately 5 million people are listed as users. On September 11, 2001, approximately 2 hours prior to the event at the World Trade Center, this is me trying to avoid the censors, a name, Odigo, member of the technical team located in Israel, received an instant message that stated something to the effect of, wait 2 hours and we will unalive you sons of pigs, boom. Name did not think anything of the message at the time, but later in the day after the World Trade Center had been hit, a few members of the technical team were discussing the events and the message that was sent prior to the event. At approximately 4:47 Eastern Time on 9th of 11th, so-and-so received an instant message saying, "Didn't I tell you that we would F you and your mother, USA, wait your turn, you sons of pigs." Boom. Okay, so this is really interesting. I mean, there is more that goes on. Registered ODGO users enter into information, including their age, gender, and country, to register for creating a user profile for this service. The information contained in the profile can be used by other users to target or direct message users with a common profile. For example, a user can choose an age, a gender, or a country, or any combination thereof, and have the messages sent to all users that have that specific age, gender, or country in their profile. So-and-so believes he was targeted for the receipt of the message because he listed Israel as his country of country of residence. So, where do I go with this? So 2 hours before the event, there was a message sent out to people on this messaging service that had 5 million users, warning of this event, and you've got to wonder who it was sent to. Now, I can't find any further information about that investigation, what actually happened thereafter. That's pretty much where it stops. So, where do I want to have a look? I am going to start with my true crime cards, and have a look. Because there is speculation that certain individuals by the name of, what's his name? The one that didn't turn up at his company. Hang on a sec. Okay, you know who I'm talking about? Nutlick. The official line was, took his 5-year-old son to school for his first day of kindergarten, causing the CEO to be late getting to work. He is the CEO, or was the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, which has been named very prominently in the files as the money laundering company. The company lost 658 employees. There is news that came out that the employees, he then refused to pay the owed bonuses to the estates of those employees, the money grubber. But yeah. So now I'm also, there's a YouTube video out of Nutlick laughing as Donald Trump also recounts how he miraculously missed being unalived in the 9/11 event because, all sorts of reasons. I just want to have a look. I want to have a look. What do we need to know about this messaging service? Cover up, egotism, cover up. A lot of documentation was destroyed, computer records, papers, a lot were destroyed. This kind of hits me personally because my father, my mum and dad were knew quite a number of personnel in in one of the companies that had a couple of floors in the buildings, and that company lost thousands. They knew from past, they had met and knew a lot of these people. They knew and met a lot of these people. Slippery cards, it's just sloppy shuffling if they're jumping out. So what do we need to know about who received these messages? Who would have received? Was there anyone in the regime, current regime that received this message. We know who we're talking about, so therefore made themselves scarce from being in the area. Oh boy. Dark energy. Okay, outer space. Messaging via the airways, via satellite. And social media. Okay. So yeah, the message came via satellite over primitive form of social media. I mean, this was pre-Facebook days, pre-Messenger days, pre-whatever else days. And look, to be honest, in 2001, I would never have known of it. I think, what do we have? It wasn't WhatsApp. There was something where you could sort of register and find old school friends and stuff like that. Never did it myself. But yeah, over the satellite systems via the primitive form of social media. Now, looking at this particular card, because my guides always give me cards based on the imaging, that screen looks a bit splattered with some red stuff there. The energy that it's stewing in, were there anyone? Party? They were party to it. Thank you. In the past, mountains, obstacles, hidden enemies. If I'm using the Lemon or the Lenny's version, the mountains can mean obstacles, but also hidden enemies. And legal proceedings. To put a lot. Was Cantor Fitzgerald under the spotlight for some legal proceedings at that time, or Nutlick himself? I'll have to Google. Or the felon? Because there was the energy over it was some legal proceedings. Now, I'm not saying that this was the reason why it was taken out, but nothing would surprise me with what we are finding out about this global governance network. Dismemberment, which just doesn't necessarily embody dismemberment, but just to pull apart and bury. Dismemberment. The beach. The tide washing away, perhaps. Long walks on the beach. See where it goes. Intuition. Trust your intuition. Okay, it's telling me to trust your intuition in the moments of silence in regards to this. This is external. This is also this is what happened past. This is the going forward. What have we got? Justice, the hopes and fears, justice coming forward. Wooded area, the outcome. Hopes and fears, justice, fear of justice. Wooded area, marriage and wedding, and imprisonment. I'm getting in the gold coffin. There's information in the gold coffin that could lead to imprisonment. I keep getting, I do believe Ivana's ashes are in there, but I could be wrong. But I get that gold coffin is filled with blackmail material. The wooded area, in amongst the weeds, there was someone who was wedded, and imprisonment. There's that egotism card again. Dating. landfill, something about a date. I'm not getting dating, I'm getting something about a date. And pretty much the tower turned into landfill and the secret, and then being kept a secret. Cult, which is the oligarchical parasites. Secret of the cult. Seeing what's on the bottom. Oh boy. I need to grab, because I am down this rabbit hole. I'm just going to grab my yes/no cards. Because surely it wasn't just this one company. Yes, it was. Was the World Trade Center taken out to solely target Cantor Fitzgerald? Was the World Trade Center taken out to solely... I'm hearing no, but let's see what the cards say. Was the World Trade Center so... Well, I've got yes and no. So it was, and then yes. Yes, Cantor Fitzgerald, but they weren't the only company that was in there, that had offices in there. Was there a second company that had connections? I'm hearing yes, I'm actually hearing the company name, but I'm not going to say it. Gotta protect myself somehow. Was there a second? Yeah, they're telling me no, don't say it. Don't say it, keep it quiet with the blank card. Yeah, they're telling me to stop. Stop before you get yourself in too much trouble. Yeah, I'm getting yes, there was a yes. Yes on the top, yes, 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 yes. And then we have the, 3 yeses is a yes for me. Yeah, there was a second company that had... wasn't just one. I talk about down a rabbit hole. What cards do you want? I'm going to use the Runic Tarot. Sorry, this is dark. Tell me what we need to know. I'll do the same spread that I did with the True Crime and see what the Runic Tarot. What do we need to know? Was there someone here? Yeah, it was to protect financial information, to kill off, because there must have been some legal proceedings to kill off financial records, to protect financial records. Now, we have since learnt that the majority of the hijackers were from Saudi, who are part of this. We know they're part of this. You've got Kushner and Khashoggi and the Orange Twerp and... Tell me, what do we need to know? Were there people in the current US regime that were tipped off about 9/11? I'm actually really cross. Nine of Swords. The anxiety. Swords of Truth. Going to take you out. betrayed, stabbed in the back. And there's the Four of Cups. Yes, there were. So those that were betrayed and ended up in this horrific nightmare were betrayed by somebody or people who knew and chose to turn a blind eye and do nothing with that Four of Cups. At the balance, at the base, the energy that they're stewing in is they will face justice, whether it's on this earth or in the earth thereafter, or in the realms thereafter. They're going to face justice. The energy they're stewing in the past, the High Priestess, the dark secrets will be coming out. And then judgment. Look at these major arcana surrounding these signifier cards. Raised to the ground, but they will be held accountable. They will be held to judgment. The information will come out. Right. The immediate future in regards to this. The Eight of Cups. Trying to disassociate themselves in Scarpa. This could also be somebody finding the information. I'm getting a cough. I always get a cough when it's to do with the felon, and I think it's going to happen after the orange felon passes. The coffin gets uncovered, the information comes out about the Seven of Swords, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, the plotting. Everything externally, internally, the Nine of Wands. They're going to find themselves with their back up against the wall, wounded, unable to move forward. Oh, thank goodness, a bit of a lighter card, the Queen of Wands and the hopes and fears. Ivana has the information. And when I'm saying Ivana, I'm saying Ivana in her coffin has the information. I know a few people think that she's at a mausoleum in New York. Very possibly some of the ashes might be there. It's not the first time ashes get split. Or all her ashes may be there, but Ivana, she knows. She knows. Oh boy. The outcome. The Eight of Wands. The information is just going to be overwhelmingly too much, and it's going to plant the seeds for the future going forward. Action is going to be taken with this information, with the King of Wands, about this Five of Swords. Betrayal, abuse. Just look at the image on this card. It's going to involve the raping and pillaging by some very powerful, moneyed people. I'm just seeing what's coming up. What's on the bottom? Mercenary actions, the Hermit, the Hierophant. Hiding in plain sight in the government. They will get found out. They will be held accountable. Sadly, and they do include the orange twerp. Sadly, he won't. This is why my guides were saying to me last night, there is nowhere to hide on earth. There is nowhere for them to hide on earth. Not the world, which is the surface, but even under the ground. Okay, I'm going to let that go. Deep breath. I won't have videos for the next 2 days because it's Friday. I do like to have some time off over the weekends, but I'm usually hearting and reading emails and stuff. So still around and looking forward to when this is completed. Okay, love to you. Take care. Bye-bye.